I've been trading for 4+ years, and it took me 2 years to realize that this one simple and boring strategy would be the turning point of my trading career. And now I make around $30,000 per month. This strategy is super beginner friendly, it works every single day, and the best part is it doesn't require a bias. And in this video, I'll break down the simple and boring strategy in just a few steps. And I will also show you real examples of me live trading so that you can actually understand how to use it in the live markets. So with that being said, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into the video. Alright, so this is my strategy. And like I said in the beginning, it doesn't require a bias, meaning that you don't need to hassle, should we buy or sell today? Because I know a lot of you guys have that issue. And with this strategy, there's no worry. And this strategy works the best at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time because there will be the most volume, most opportunities, and most money to be made. And I usually like to trade it till around 11 a.m. Okay, and it's very easy to use. It's super beginner friendly. Even a 5-year-old could understand it and use it. Okay, literally, it's that simple. And you're gonna understand very soon why. And as you can see, this is the last trade that I took with this strategy. I took it yesterday on Wednesday, and I started to trade at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I finished the trade at around 9:55. Okay, so within 25 minutes I was already out of the trade, and I made around $3.6 thousand. Okay, very simple, straightforward as that. And this is what I'm talking about: idle cash, MSS, market structure shift, entry strategy. So pretty much what also happened yesterday, there was the downtrend right in the beginning. Session open, there was a downtrend, it was moving down, and I already marked out liquidity. If you don't know what liquidity is, it's something that can switch the market direction. These big banks, institutions, and hedge funds want to take out liquidity, stop people out from the market so they can fill the large position and potentially switch the market direction, which literally what happened after that. So in the 1 minute trend, I always enter at 1 minute time frame, and I look at the liquidity from higher time frames such as 15-minute and higher time frame. And after the liquidity sweep, I went to the 1 minute time frame. I marked out the most recent high, and it got breaking above, and then I marked out a new high, and it got breaking above as well. So why do I need to see this? Because this is that trend movement after this. This is a higher high, and I entered around here. Actually, in the previous trade, I actually entered when the price retraced a little bit so that I can get a better risk-reward ratio, risk versus profit entry. And there we go. Then I entered and bam, made money. Doesn't this look familiar? It's the exact same. This is the downtrend right here. And then we took out the liquidity. By the way, this line right here is the liquidity. And then we create this high right here. We closed above it. We create a new high, closed above it. And then I went for a mini retracement and I entered right there. And I targeted more liquidity above here and $3,600 like that. Okay, but you need to understand something. What we focus on in this strategy is market structure plus liquidity. So market structure, it's the trends, like here, market trending, and market liquidity, like lows and highs. That's where liquidity rests. And I'm going to now show you exactly how can you spot liquidity. So first of all, what is liquidity? Like I said, liquidity is something that these big banks, institutions, and hedge funds, the market movers, always want to seek for. It's literally cause why the market moves. Okay, that's what they want to take. It's the lifeblood of the market. They want to take it so they can fill their large positions and then potentially switch the market direction. That's why we always gotta know where's the liquidity, because we don't want to be liquidity. We don't want to get stopped out because we forgot to mark out the liquidity. And after we spot the liquidity, that's the perfect chance to wait for that MSS, because literally the downtrend in that previous trade, the downtrend, spot the liquidity, and then I saw the MSS and I just bought. It's a reversal trade. Okay, so highs and lows is where liquidity is rested at. So a high is created by two candles, up candle followed by a down candle like this, and this is where the liquidity is resting. And a down candle followed by an up candle like this, down candle followed by an up candle, that's a low. Okay, it's like a two candle sequence always. And you're gonna choose the more prominent wick or candle. So even if this green candle would be lower than the down candle, then this is the low. Okay, remember, it takes two candles. You focus on the two candles. I'm gonna show you very soon how to spot it, don't worry. But what I like to do is I like to spot this at 50 minutes time frame and up. So whether it's 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour time frame, daily. Yesterday was a 4 hour time frame, if I remember correctly, the 4 hour time frame liquidity, if I remember correctly. And I spotted from there, and I got swept, and the price reversed after the MSS. And now I'm going to go to the live markets. I'm going to show you exactly how can you spot these liquidities. So let's try to remember what are we actually looking for in the markets. Remember, 2 candle sequences. This is the up candle, right? Let's mark it on green so that you can understand better, so that I can also understand better what I'm actually talking about. So look at this. This is now a high. This is 2 candles. Remember, 2 candles. This is the high. And it's going to be, the liquidity is going to be resting here, especially in the higher time frame, because higher time frames just naturally hold more power and influence. Okay. And let's say if these roles were reversed, then this is the low, because a low takes 2 candles to form. Down candle from an up candle. This is the low. And here would be liquidity. Now, let's say if this would be a higher time frame, it got swept, bang, it could actually reverse, right? Now that we understand that, let's actually focus in here. And let's go through the markets. Oh yeah, this is the trade that I took yesterday at 9:30. But I'm just going to show you the example from that, because I think that's a perfect example to understand how to spot that liquidity. So check this out. This is a down candle followed by an up candle. This is also a down candle followed by an up candle. And this got swept. This also got swept. What happened? The price reversed. I know. Then after that, we took out some highs and then the price reversed. But I actually made good money during that, right? But this got swept. Let's now go to the 1 minute time frame. It swept. And what happened? It reversed. And I'm going to very soon show you exactly how to see that market shift. But first, we have to master these liquidities, because if you don't, you actually might get liquidated. I used to always get liquidated out from this market, aka I also always got stabbed out from the markets because I didn't know exactly how to spot these liquidities, right? Now, what is this? This is an up candle followed by down candle. This is a high. This holds a lot of liquidity. And obviously right here, oh, look at this. High, got swept. It momentarily went down, but I'm not really sure if there was the MSS. Remember, you always need to see the reaction, okay? What happens after the liquidity sweep. If there's not the MSS, the price may just continue up because there might be more liquidity that the price want to take, okay? If it just goes through it, you can just follow the original trend, the uptrend, okay? If it just creates that continuation trend, right? But right here, this is also an example. This is a high, but if you go to the 4-hour time frame, let me show you. Yeah, look at this. This is the 4-hour time frame high. It got swept, went down, right? That's why I recommend you to find them in the higher time frames. If it's a 50-minute high, you can check, is there another high in the higher time frame? You get what I'm saying? Because usually the price wants to take more liquidity and more liquidity so that it can actually reverse the market. But this right here, see, up candle followed by down candle, up candle followed by down candle. This is the new high, but this was also the high. It got swept and reversed the market and actually closed below this low. And then what do we have here? Down candle followed by an up candle. This is a low, aka liquidity. What happens? Price goes through it. This is not the MSS. By the way, this was the crash. What happened last Friday? This was the huge crash. I actually talked about this. I said that just wait for 1 week and we're going to be back at all-time highs. What happened? What happened? Bang, we went back at all-time highs. Exactly what I said. I have a bunch of videos of that, me saying that. But regardless. This is a candle closure. This is not a sweep. Look at this. This is also a liquidity right here. It didn't sweep the markets. This is just a candle closure, a break. So that doesn't cause a MSS, right? We have to always remember that. We need to see the reaction of what happens after that liquidity sweep. But now I want to show you exactly what do you need to see step by step to get that market shift so that you can enter a reversal trade. So in order us to actually understand how to see that market shift, we have to understand about the market structure. So the way that this market moves always, it's either uptrend, hold on, let me put that on green, uptrend, downtrend, or consolidation. We need to ignore consolidation because it is just a bunch of nonsense, okay? It's choppiness, that there's not enough volume, or there's equal amount of buyers and sellers in the markets, etc., etc. But these also happen for a reason. It creates liquidity. But let's focus on this. Uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Low lows, low highs, low lows, low highs, low lows in the downtrend, right? Now, I'm actually going to mark this on red. And also, why do we need to understand this to get that, to understand the market shift? Because when there's the liquidity sweep, let's say for the example that we had previously, this was a downtrend and then we got the liquidity sweep. Let's say this green line is the liquidity. And why do we need to see the market shift after the liquidity? Because what happens? Remember how it closed above the most recent highs and it then creates another one. Why? Because that's this is now an uptrend. It literally creates that trend cycle. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, exactly, right? And that, us seeing that tells us that now the trend has switched, aka this liquidity right here had a lot of volume. I mean, it had a lot of orders in it, okay? Now the big banks are happy because they're literally going to the opposite direction now. Now, let me show you exactly how does that happen. So remember, we have this downtrend right here, okay? Very straightforward downtrend like we had yesterday. Then we had the liquidity sweep. This was a 4-hour time frame low. It got swept. Then we'll go back to the 1 minute time frame. We see this high getting breaked above, aka that break of structure, and then we'll get another one. But why do we want to see two? Remember, like I said, because this is now a higher high, higher low, higher high, aka the trend has switched completely, and now we need to look for buys, especially considering that we had this liquidity. Now, let's say if this would happen just like normally without liquidity, then I wouldn't really care. But now that we have this huge confluence over here, liquidity, something that can switch the market direction and will switch eventually, and right here it did, plus the MSS, that's just perfect, okay? The market shift, that's when we need to buy, see that reversal trade. But now, let me show you exactly my trades previously that I've taken, like really recently that I've taken, so that you can actually understand how you can master this market shift entry so that you can do it eventually in the live markets, okay, very soon. So I'm gonna now show you real live trades that I've taken. So this is the trade that I took yesterday, step by step. We had just taken that 4-hour time frame low, that liquidity sweep, and now I'm waiting either for a market shift to the upside, which we eventually got, or trend continuation to the downside. And let me show you exactly what happened. But we actually got the MSS that says to do so. Okay. So I don't know what was I yapping, but regardless, now we got this high created. Remember, highs and lows also appear in the lower time frame, but here it's better to just follow the trend because these highs and lows don't have much liquidity. So this is a high right here, up candle followed by down candle. We closed above it right here. If this green candle lasts the first, we actually closed. It looks like we actually did close once. Yeah, we broke structure once. Now if we see that new closure, I mean, now we have got a higher high, right? Higher high, right there. If you create a new high by creating the down candle, aka that retracement, then that's gonna be our market shift if it's gonna close above that retracement. I mean the high. Okay, yeah. But regardless, you get the point. Now we got one closure. We need to see a new closure. That's the MSS. And I'm gonna see if you want to see any kind of reaction. Okay, so now we're about to create that actual MSS, because now one closure, now we got the high, and now we're about to close the second time, so that's gonna be high right here. If this now closes above that, I'm gonna go ahead and buy the markets right over here. I haven't entered yet, but if we do get that entry, I'm gonna enter target around 1 to 2 above this high right here. 1 to 2.2. Okay, this is interesting. If you close above here, I could potentially take it, but then the resource is just gonna shatter a little bit. So I would want it to kind of close over here. Okay, it's closed. That's the market shift. We just got a market shift. And remember, then because this restore ratio wasn't too good, I wanted for the price to retrace a little bit, because that's still the trend cycle, right? Higher highs, higher lows. It does that naturally and then continues higher high, right? But I would want to enter right here to get that better restore ratio right here. 1.77, and I'm gonna target this high. Hold on. Wait. All right. I just bought the markets on Nasdaq. I'm looking for the price to go up. I'm gonna let's this nice market shift a little bit. So as you can see, the reason why I'm showing you this, because I want to show you proof, and I also want you to understand how exactly you can do this. Oh yeah, there we hit this. There we hit the take profit. Let me show you quickly. I stop to break in areas. Okay, there we go. Usually I like to exit around pip or two away, but I like that, man. I like. So let me see the P&L real quick. There we go. 3.6 down. How do I get in these winning streaks? It's simple. Follow the plan. Don't trade on shit price action like yesterday. Yesterday the price was moving okay in the beginning, died midway. But and obviously, how did I do that? Very simple and straightforward. There was the liquidity on 4-hour time frame, and then we got that market shift. Okay, 2 closures, simple as that, like I showed you previously. But now let me show you like a short version. I'm like a selling version. I want to show you how to sell the markets as a reversal. All right, now this is the market shift, but this time to the downside. So we took out higher time frame highs, aka that liquidity, and then we got the MSS, so I sold the markets. Let me show you exactly how did I do it. A setup is quite frankly forming up slowly but steadily. What happened? Session opens will take out 1 hour traffic lows right here below, 1 hour traffic lows, right? And as you see, it pushed the price up, broke structure, broke structure at the same time. MSS happened all the way up here. This is a 50-minute high, so I'm not gonna buy the markets immediately. So yeah, get the point. There was actually a market shift to the upside after a liquidity, but why didn't I buy it? Because it didn't close nicely, as you can see. This is the first closure, the second closure, but then it immediately took out the highs, which can be the turning point for the market. It can literally take out the highs and then reverse the market. Okay, so if the MSS doesn't happen too nicely, there was a lot of liquidity next to it, then I wouldn't take it, right, as you can see here. But now we can get a MSS to the downside because we took out highs, right? So let me show you how did I didn't buy the markets, and news was about to happen, and there was constant, not the cleanest MSS at all. So, and anyways, there wasn't anything to confirm that. So yeah, not clean MSS, there was consolidation, right? It's gonna continue to the upside, right? There wasn't a trend continuation, etc. But we pretty much react from the liquidity. We start to go down a little bit. We get some consolidation because the news was about to happen. And now we dump to the downside, and we broke structure once after liquidity, and we're about to probably break structure the second time, creating an MSS. So I'm gonna sell the markets most likely here. If we break below this low, okay, so break structure number one, break structure number two. I'm gonna sell the markets from here, and yeah, right MSS. On the money, I just sold the markets right there. Got filled right on the BOS. I put the stop loss above this order block right here. If you guys don't know what is an order block, it is the most previous up candle after the break structure. Yeah, and I'm gonna target like. I'm gonna speed this up now. Right here, and 1, 2, 5, low here. 1, 2, 3 lows. Yeah, no, I'm gonna speed here. Alright, guys, start again. Alright, nope. And there we go. $2,500, right? And how did I do it? MSS, but this time to the downside, okay? And as you can see, it can literally go both ways. You can take it, if you see like in the first trade, you take a liquidity from the below, and then we see that MSS to the upside. You can do it like that. Or we take, like in this trade, liquidity from above, and then see that MSS to the downside. We can sell the markets like this. Okay, this winning streak still continues. Like, this is actually crazy. This is actually freaking crazy. Bro, this is a very nice trade, as you can see. Super straightforward. And this is exactly what we want to see in that trend. That trend cycle continuation, right? Low, low, slow highs, 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 low, low highs. Okay, when the price moves a little bit up in the downtrend, don't worry, because that's just a trend that belongs in the trend. That's just a retracement, right? There's the continuation, retracement, the impulse, retracement, impulse, retracement, impulse, right? That's how it goes. The trend moves like that. And yeah, that we eventually hit the TP, and it was a nice trade, 2.5K, right? Here it is, 2.5K. So I really hope you enjoyed and learned. If you have any questions, make sure to comment them down below. I will be happy to check them out. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. As usual, I will see you on the other side. Peace out.